In this video, we're going to talk about veterans benefits in the Commonwealth of Virginia. This is a topic that's very important to me. While I personally did not have the honor of serving, many of my family members have. My father was an officer in the United States Marine Corps, and he served in Vietnam in 1967 and 1968. My uncle was an Army infantry platoon leader in Vietnam. My grandfather served in the Navy, and my father-in-law served in the Air Force. Many of my high school and college friends also had distinguished military careers. If you served in any branch of our armed forces, I thank you from the bottom of my heart for your service. If you stick around to the end of this video, I'm going to share with you one great benefit that could potentially save you a lot of money. Let's get after it right now. If this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything there is about living in Richmond, Virginia, and the surrounding counties of Hanover, Henrico, Chesterfield, New Kent, Goochland, and Powhatan, then subscribe below and tap the notifications bell so you can be the first to know about current events in the Richmond, Virginia area. My name is Scott Durnley with Joyner Fine Properties. My team and I get calls from people like you every day looking for help making their move to the greater Richmond area, and we absolutely love it. Whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. All of the information is described below so we can help you make a smooth move to Richmond, Virginia. So today we're talking about veterans benefits. Virginia is ranked number 7 in the country with over 690,000 veteran residents. With such a large veteran population, it's no wonder that Virginia has so many benefits for veterans. An excellent resource is always the Virginia Department of Veterans Services, which they administer many of these benefits. Their website is www.dvs.virginia.gov, and they're also located right here in Richmond, Virginia. So this is a real estate related channel. So obviously one of the big benefits of being a veteran are taking advantage of VA loans. VA loans are mortgages guaranteed by the Department of Veterans Affairs, and they're specifically designed for members of the military to buy and refinance homes. There's so many great features of a VA loan. The first is you can purchase a home with no money down. This is one of the last avenues of no money down loans there are out there. Before 2008, 2009, when we had the last real estate crash, there were lots of options for no money down loans. And after that crash, pretty much all those options went away, with the VA loan being one of the very exceptions to that rule. But VA loans can offer a low fixed rate and adjustable rate loans. Low rate loans, and they have pretty good requirements, pretty reasonable requirements on credit score, income, and things like that. With full entitlement, you can purchase that home with no money down. Again, that's a big benefit. Sellers can make contributions toward your closing costs. That's allowed. And another big benefit is even though you're putting no money down, you have no private mortgage insurance. Disabled benefits may actually also qualify for a funding fee waiver. So when you do get a VA loan, there is something called a funding fee. It's basically like an upfront premium that you pay one time at closing for your VA loan. If you don't get the waiver, you oftentimes can roll this into your actual loan, so you really don't have to come out of pocket for it. But disabled veterans may qualify for this funding fee waiver. The mortgages, VA mortgages are assumable by VA eligible buyers down the road. That can make it attractive if the rates go up and you've got a lower rate loan, then another VA buyer can assume your mortgage. There are certain VA allowances that may be counted as your income, and VA borrowers can receive counseling and assistance through the Department of Veterans Affairs. So this VA loan is an excellent option for veterans to look at for loans. So that would be our first one. So let's talk about education benefits. There are many military-friendly colleges in Virginia. According to the VA in 2017, 304 Virginia schools received a post 9/11 GI Bill funds for 44,000 students, totaling over $301 million. That is a lot of money towards college education. So in-state tuition rates represent just one of the great Virginia veteran benefits in education. Resident tuition rates are available at any Virginia public college or university for active duty military personnel, members of the National Guard, or their spouses and dependent children. Virginia waives the 1-year requirement for in-state tuition for all veterans. Veterans simply move to Virginia and remain in Virginia during their course of study, and they receive that in-state tuition. Wonderful benefit. All universities and local community colleges in Virginia use the recommendations made by the American Council on Education to award academic credit toward a degree for education and training received while in the military. So who knew when you were serving in the military you were actually getting college credits? But that's a great benefit. To claim college credit for your military training, you would request a Joint Services transcript. Now that applies to all branches except for the Air Force. The Air Force would request a Community College of the Air Force transcript. Both methods let service members order copies of these online, and they're free of charge. Virginia community colleges use a system called Credit to Careers, which is a portal that's online, and you would just upload your Joint Services transcript to the site and you can instantly see the college credits that you've earned. If you have a VA disability rating of 90% or more, your spouse or children may be eligible for free Virginia public college tuition. This program pays for up to 4 years of tuition and fees. The average cost of tuition and fees at a Virginia public college is about $14,000 a year. So this could equate to $56,000 for a 4-year education. If funding is available also, these benefits could include a stipend of up to $1,800 a year to cover the cost of room, board, books, and other supplies. Now this stipend is only available to spouses and children of veterans whose disability rating is directly due to involvement in military action, or those who were missing in action, killed in action, or a POW. Employment benefits. Virginia recognizes those who have served in our nation's military by offering employment preference to veterans and members of their families when they apply for federal, state, county, and local government jobs in Virginia. Veterans with an honorable discharge receive 5 percentage points added to their civil service exam as long as they're qualified for the position and they meet the minimum passing score. National Guard members also receive the 5% addition. Virginia disabled veterans benefits are even better. They get a 10% added to the civil service exam with any service-connected disability rating. Surviving spouses and children under 27 of service members killed in the line of duty are also eligible for a 5% addition to their points on civil service exams. Another great benefit is the Hire Vets Now program. Service members in the process of transitioning out of the military have the opportunity to participate in a civilian internship to enhance their civilian career opportunities. Virginia employers offer 6 12-month internships through the program called Hire Vets Now. With commander approval, members can participate in the program up to 6 months prior to their separation. You can also apply for the internship up to 18 months prior to your separation. To learn how to apply for the Hire Vets Now program, you would call 804-482-8517. So at the beginning of this video, I said if you stuck around to the end, I would get to some tips that may really save you some money. Well, we're at that point. This first one has to do with tax exemptions on property tax. Virginia VA benefits include a full exemption of property tax for veterans with 100% permanent and total disability rating, as well as for unremarried spouses of service members killed in action. This exemption applies to the house and up to 1 acre of land. Unremarried spouses of disabled veterans are also eligible for this exemption. In order to apply for this, you would contact your local county commissioner of revenue. Virginia also taxes both active duty pay and military retirement pay. For active duty service members, the state taxes your active duty military income regardless of where you're stationed. That rate can be 2% up to a top rate of 5.75%. If there is an exemption though for active duty military pay worth up to $15,000 if your base pay is under $30,000. Virginia National Guard members are also eligible for this exemption if they rank at Captain 03 or below, and on active duty status for at least 90 consecutive days during the taxable year. Virginia also taxes retirement military pay. As a veteran, you may be qualified for exemptions up to $12,000 if you're over the age of 65. And if you've received the Medal of Honor, your military retirement pay is never taxed. Well, that's it for our video on veterans benefits in the Commonwealth of Virginia. I hope you found it informative. If you have served in the military, then I thank you again from the bottom of my heart for your service. The benefits we talked about today are well deserved, and I really hope you can take advantage of as many of these as humanly possible. And I just touched on some of the ones today that I thought were important, but there are many, many others out there. For example, as a veteran, you're eligible for discounts on things like hunting and fishing licenses. That's just one little example, but I really, really hope you can look into these things and take advantage of as many as possible. You truly deserve it. And remember, whether you're moving in 9 days or 90, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email, all in the description right below. And I hope to see you around town. Take care.